It's April 14th, everybody. You know what that means. Tomorrow, you have to do your taxes. You have to put in for an extension. You have to get the money back that you gave to the government in the form of an interest-free loan. People, I'm going to get outside my element right now, and I'm going to talk inflation. What's the deal with inflation? Why does inflation happen? Why will it continue to happen? I'll tell you exactly why. Because people pay attention to the colors of ties. These liberals with their inflation, these red tie sons with their Uzis and their AR-15s. Why don't you wake up? Become smart like me, someone who doesn't watch the news, someone who isn't informed, someone who took 45 years to consistently spell restaurant correctly, someone who still can't spell vinyl. I know there's a Y in there. Wait, I got it. V-I-N-Y-L? Is there an A in there? Whatever. You need to listen to me, man. It's vinyl, Bill, not vinyl. I actually used to watch a show called Vinyl. I still didn't know how to spell it. Yeah. Inflation is because our currency is controlled by a private group of bankers that have created basically a legal Ponzi scheme. Okay? Might also have to do with the fact we've been playing a road game for over 20 years that bankrupted the fucking country. That might also be what it is. But I don't want to get involved in that because then everybody gets upset. Because they'd rather fucking blame the color of ties and pay attention to jokes told by stand-up comedians. That's what's destroying the fabric of America. It's not doctors creating synthetic heroin or people poisoning the food supply or dumping poisons into our drinking water. It's not the government on both sides, allowing these to create disposable shit made out of plastic that then's dumped in the fucking ocean. It's not any of that. It has to do with blue ties and red ties. Oh, Billy's on his fucking preacher stump today, isn't he? Anyway, at the end of the day, until we get rid of at least 80% of the population, probably even more, like the longer we go, the more drastic the culling of the herd is going to have to be in order for the surviving human beings to just chill the fuck out and let the earth try to right itself. This is what I would do if I was getting rid of the herd. All right? I would keep all the astronauts, and I'd keep all the nerds. And then what we do is we create these giant space garbage trucks. That's right, I said it, space garbage truck. And probably win a local election. Dude, I like what this guy's talking about with his space garbage trucks. This is what you do. You vacuum up space garbage trucks into vacuuming. The ocean, Bill? That's right. It's 2.5 times the size of Texas and fucking 2 miles deep. You vacuum up all of that shit and you stick it in these space garbage trucks and then you fly them out. I don't know where they go. Do the astronauts come back? We'll stick monkeys in them. Monkeys. All right? And then if you're part of PETA and you're like, oh, the monkey didn't fucking do anything, man. We're going to say, well, go save them. You go do it, right? And then when they jump on the space garbage truck, we launch. And that's it. You know what I mean? The whole thing's going to hell in a handbasket and everybody's acting like, nothing's going on. And they're still screaming and yelling at either side. I don't know. And then meanwhile, Red Bull is going to fucking fly 2 Cessnas side by side and see if guys can get out of them and switch planes. You mean, I got to be honest with you, what this has to do with that fucking drink, I have no idea. Because I don't remember fucking, Evel Knievel being connected with fucking, root beer or Pepsi. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Caesar's Palace Pepsi Challenge. Can somebody please explain to me what the fuck Red Bull has to do with some of the best pilots in the world? That's what I want to know. It has nothing to do with that. I don't think that either one of those pilots is going to be like, what's going to make this fucking jump successful or this flight successful? So here's the thing with that stunt. It's really not a stunt. This is me with 300 hours. It's really not a stunt unless neither one of the people is wearing a parachute. Other than that, what are you doing? This is what the fucking nerve of me with my summer school education to fucking question this. The physics involved in this thing, they'd have to weigh the exact same. They'd have to be flying the exact same speed. And then they have to be a certain closeness, right? Because the second they nose them down, the thing that I would be concerned about is if you can't fly it faster than terminal velocity, or else the second the humanoid gets out, he's not going to be able to keep up with it, right? Oh, Billy Labcoat over here. I don't fucking know. But what I do like is that they're going to do it out over the ocean. Because, God forbid, if it doesn't work, we kill human beings, the polluters of the ocean. Let's just make sure that if it doesn't work, that there's people there to fish out the two humans that just dumped two airplanes into the fucking ocean to continue the pollution. Let's make sure that we fish them out so those two people can tell the story and continue to buy shit that they don't need that's going to end up in the ocean. Sorry. Anyway, having said that, I'm going to watch it. I am going to watch it. I'll tell you what I watched yesterday. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. putting on a fucking display in the Bronx against the, I can't really call them the Bombers anymore. Even if they hit a lot of home runs, they're playing in that fucking wiffle ball park. It's really weird how the ball carries there, Anyway, the guy gets up, right? Gives the old right there, Fred. Hits a fucking home run. He's playing first base. It was sort of a bad throw. He reaches for it, and as the runner's crossing the bag, Vlad's hand's almost down on the ground, and the runner steps on it with his cleats there. The plastic tips on them that will then, or metal tips, I don't know, evidently, they'll land up in the ocean at some point, float next to one of those Red Bull planes, right? He cuts his fucking hand, his finger, doesn't get stitches, just gets his finger taped up, and what does he do? He goes Reggie Jackson. He puts 3 on him. Right there, Fred, right there, Fred, and right there, Fred. Now, granted, this doesn't make you Reggie Jackson because this man does it in October. All right? However, the Toronto Blue Jays, are talking all kinds of shit, saying last year was the movie trailer, this year is the movie.